What is up, Buttercup? Welcome to your general reading for December 1st, 2022, right? December 1st. Wow, already. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm going to be using angels and ancestors, and then I'll clarify with tarot after the fact. Let's see what the universe most wants us to hear and know for December 1st, 2022. Let's see what's going on for the collective for December. For December. There's a lot of there's multiple people is really what it feels like. It doesn't feel like a single person we're reading for. This feels like a group situation. This feels like something that could either be family, friends, a relationship with your person and their parents, or a social group or something. It feels like multiple people though. So we have Autumn, release the old and rest. High Priestess in reverse, harness mystic power, and Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Some of you, this has to deal with past lives, like old relationships you had with people. Past lives doesn't necessarily mean like your past life textbook meaning. It could also be an old relationship coming back up to the surface, an old situation or lesson. With Ignite Your Passions, I feel like this is the opportunity for the collective to really move through this in a different way. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you. White Witch, be the light. Okay, this literally feels like this feels like someone who's stepping up to the plate, and the kind of group that you're calling in around you could be a group that you are now becoming the teacher or the wise one in, or you might be joining a group where you are not following. We're not talking about a damn cult here, people. Like, we're talking about if you're in a new group of friends, like you could tell like, okay, this person naturally is a very authority figure energy, right? And I could learn a lot from the way that they hold themselves, right? And it's almost like you're understanding to be this new version of you by becoming the observer as well, which is really nice. Okay, let's get two more. I'm curious what's going to come up with this old group though. Like the first two cards feel like the old group. This feels like, no, I'm going to turn away from that and go into the new. I'm going to take this card that's on the bottom because it's on the top of the stack. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. And then we have Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Bottom of the deck is the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Okay, this is not, I feel like this is that graceful farewell. I don't remember if that was a YouTube reading or a Patreon reading, to be honest with you, but it was a graceful goodbye. This kind of reminds me of that, and it's almost like the releasing of a situation or relationships and then calling in the new, and almost like, okay, how can I become this very Empress energy? With the Lady here, this is the Empress in this deck for me as a reader. And with the Magic Guardian, it's unlock the magic within. How can I unlock these parts of me that I know I have, that I see in others, in order to really be the light that I am, right? To move in the world the way that I know I can. Some of you, this is a new job. Some of you, it's starting a new project. This feels very like self-related. Doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, I want my person back. This feels more so like, I need to do this for me. Like, I need to get back on my diet, back in my routine, back in my work. Some of you are definitely calling in a Ten of Pentacles energy. I like this a lot. Let's use Revelations Tarot. What was that? I'm just kind of curious. Okay. It's Page of Cups. Authenticity. Let's look at this old energy over here. This looks like a jam-packed day, guys. Release the old and rest. Some of you, this is going to be just like thoughts, like you're just processing a lot of information. This might be a really good time to journal. It might also be a really good time to go away, like just to get out of here and to disconnect from social media, your phone, and things like that. Eight of Wands in reverse and the Three of Wands. Yes, this is like someone understanding that it's not time to like speed forward. It's not time to go towards this old situation. Like, even though there might be repressed feelings or things that have not been expressed yet, it's almost like you're waiting for the right opportunity with the Three of Wands. Between the 8 and the 3 is the 5 of Wands. And this tells me, with the 5 of Wands being in reverse, since the 8 is the larger of the two, it tells me that this old energy is not worth fighting for to you. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the struggle. You're just like, there's other things out there for me. So let's look at the High Priestess. This kind of feels like the cold shoulder. It does. It feels like that. It just feels like brushing something away. Yeah, Temperance in reverse. Okay. So be mindful not to sweep things under the rug on this particular day, right? Allow yourself to really ask, what is it that I need to know? How can I learn from the situation, etc., right? Because with Temperance in reverse, that's a lot of divinity, like trying to scream at you. You might be seeing a lot of synchronicity at this time. Trying to tell you like, hey, like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to address this. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Cups. Some of you, this is a growing impatience that things aren't changing, and they're not changing because there's still healing and there's still work to be done. Just because you feel the energy of a new situation coming in, it's not materializing quite yet because you don't have space in your energetic vessel for it, right? Let go of the things that are standing in the way of you really welcoming in this new. Some of you are going to get these hints in the dream space, okay? I like it. I like it a lot. Let's look at Fire Guardian. Ignite your passion. Three of Swords in reverse. King of Pentacles. Okay, so here comes this builder energy and the Three of Cups. Okay. Some of you are doing a lot of healing. You're doing a lot of healing from this old heartbreak. And some of you, because you're finally releasing it, here comes in the new social group, the new soul tribe with the Three of Cups there. I like this a lot because now it's like you're coming out of this heartbreak. You're coming out of this healing. You're coming back to life, right? And with the King of Pentacles there, this is you finding that stability, finding that balance within yourself. This is also realizing that some of you, your third eye is really going to open at this time. That just came in. Some of you, your third eye is really going to open at this time. Don't be reluctant to ask for help. Just because you know you can do it by yourself doesn't mean that asking for help is bad or makes you weak or makes you less than. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to also express how you're feeling about things as you move through your passion. Some of you are going to go through this process of really building this new thing, but at the same time, there's going to be this energy of like, I feel great. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, why do I feel so poopy? It's because as you're moving into the new, energetically, part of you is trying to still release the old. So just allow that to happen simultaneously. Like really just surrender to the process and realize that sometimes it's not going to unfold the way that we want it to. And that lack of needing to control it or have it so systematic is going to allow you to actually see how much you're capable of. Like, oh my gosh, I can move forward and process this at the same time. It's not overwhelming because the overwhelming energy usually comes in with resistance. When you surrender and allow your body to naturally move and feel and release the way it wants to, your life's going to start to flow just as easily. Let's look at White Witch. Be the light. This feels like the throat and the heart. The higher heart is it's a chakra right on the thymus gland, near the collarbone, kind of. The sternum, I should say. More so towards the sternum. This feels more, and that's the chakra that rules your purpose, like your soul's purpose and aligning with your highest truth. And that's why it's between the heart space and the throat, because it's your emotion and your expression of what you're really feeling, what you're really desiring, what really lights you up, coming to life. Some of you are going to start to have the opportunity to step into this. And it is by stepping into this. Yeah, the Hierophant. I love this so much. This is great. The Hierophant is higher states of consciousness. It's spirituality, religion, institutions, churches, marriage, commitments, contracts. So that higher being, right? That higher purpose for you, that true expression of self, the truth, your higher consciousness is trying to emerge at this time. And we're going to have a lot of new energy over the next few months. So really allow yourself to connect with it. Two of Cups in reverse and Death. Yes, this is, I love this. The Two of Cups to me is the card of alignment as a reader. Yes, it speaks to very strong, intimate relationships as well if I were doing a love reading, but we're not. This is not about love right now. This is about a single individual realizing, oh my gosh, I have the opportunity to stop moving in alignment, moving in a way that is not in alignment with me. And they're ending that with the Death there and the Two of Cups in reverse. They're realizing that a part of them was seeing themselves as separate. So if you're comparing yourself to another, you're separating yourself from them, right? If you're being critical of yourself, your ego is separating you from your higher self. There's separation. You are not separate. You are both this and that. You're both masculine and feminine. So if you hear masculine energy and you roll your eyes, or feminine energy and you roll your eyes, you're creating an energy of separateness. If that's a word. Separateness? Separated? A separated energy? You know what I'm saying? It's time to allow those two to come together, because you're going to start to get to a place of realizing everything you see in somebody else in a situation is actually something within you as well. It might not be to the same extent, but you're on some form of that spectrum, which is why you're in the situation to begin with. Let's look at the lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay, some of you, I heard too many to count. Some of you, it's almost like you're putting too much on your plate. Too much is on your plate, and that's what's creating this very critical energy. Decompress. Take time for you. You don't have to climb the mountain in a day. And the way that other people make you feel about that mountain is not something for you to attach to. They can feel how they feel, but you don't need to attach to their projection of their emotion, because you have your own emotion to deal with. You don't have to carry everybody else's. Strength in reverse tells me that this is rooted in the ego. The ego rules attachment. Okay? The plate's too full. You might have all these amazing goals, but the glorious thing about spirituality is it's the discovery of self. You're not going to discover all of who you are in a single day. So why do you expect yourself to fulfill all these dreams and all these goals in a single day? Because it's through the process of discovering and building and growing to accomplish these goals that you unravel and discover yourself. It's a process, and it takes patience. Patience. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. Okay? Let's get another. It's a very divine feminine energy. Knight of Cups. Knights to me. Knight of Cups. Okay. So regardless of what they mean to me, let's just talk about what this means. Judgment in reverse and the Knight of Cups. This is someone who says, oh my gosh, I'm going to go after this because I feel really drawn to... I'll use myself as an example. Guilty as charged. I'm part of the collective. Even though I read it, I'm part of it. Nobody's exempt. So it's like me saying, oh, I'm going to finish my yoga certification today. I'm going to finish this shamanism course today. I'm going to finish all these tarot readings for YouTube and Patreon and these meditations and mentoring courses that I'm building. All this stuff in a single day. Even though they're aligned with your purpose, and even though your heart really wants it, you do not need to be so Eight of Pentacles, right? Because look, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is building, 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 and that's great, but that's masculine. But you're only building because of your distorted feminine. You're only building because of the fear of, well, if I don't do it, I won't reap the reward. But because you're only in the masculine of pushing, your Six of Pentacles in reverse, you're not receiving, which is feminine. It's duality. It's both this and that. It's the balance of it. And that is the lesson you're going to be going through. You're releasing something. You feel this influx of empty space to fill. And now you want to go build. Because it's habitual to be filled with things, with clutter, with things that don't serve us, or too much, or overwhelm. You're not allowing yourself time to acclimate to, maybe the emptiness feels good. Maybe sitting in it and being present with it will help you grow. Okay, let's look at Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Nine of Swords, Judgment in reverse, and the Ten of Swords. It's the chaos. And it's an addiction to chaos. That realization of, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to always going 100 miles per hour, or I'm addicted to chaos, or I'm addicted to this and that person and this situation and these kinds of habits. And all they do is create this undercurrent of stress, anxiety, inner critic, instead of self-acceptance. And when you get to that place of self-acceptance and you have that realization of, oh gosh, just because I'm used to moving this way doesn't mean that it's right for me. It's actually creating a Ten of Swords the way that you're currently moving. And that's what you're ending. That's why it's a 10. You're completing it. You're coming to the realization, the awareness of, ooh, I need to completely rebuild. I need to completely remake. And that's unlocking the magic within, because you're starting to discover yourself. Very nice. Let's look at the Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Woo! Some of you are really, you're going to let go. You're finally going to let go of a lot. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse doesn't feel bad. It almost feels like this Yeah, Page of Swords. Page of Swords are students. It's also you're learning to use tools for the first time. It's kind of like the fake it till you make it energy. And it's this realization of, oh, I'm seeing the truth of my foundations. My 10 of Pentacles is faulty. It's faulty. It's crumbling. Because a true 10 of Pentacles lasts the test of time. It doesn't fall away. And so you're being graceful in this transition. You're being graceful with how you take action, because you're seeing that the old way of doing things is not working. So when you do new ways of doing things, you're going to move into a new form of self. That's why you're the student again. The Page of Swords. Very nice. You're learning. 3 of Pentacles and rebuilding. The 3 of Pentacles, especially in this deck because it's only one person on it, which is really, really nice. It's an energy of rebuilding. And in this particular 3 of Pentacles, each star looks different. It's learning that doing things in a very redundant or habitual way isn't always going to build you the foundation that you want, right? You can have a lot of different in the mix and still have a lot of success and happiness and prosperity and gain even more knowledge and wisdom from doing things in a way that is not expected of yourself or by others. And that's why the curiosity is going to be coming over the next few months. Very nice. Very, very nice. So let's pull from an oracle card to an oracle deck to, oh yeah. No, I actually want to use Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, I'm really torn. I kind of want to, I don't use this often. This is like a very special deck to me. Mystical Wisdom. I really only use this deck for myself, and even then it's a very rare occasion. But I got this years ago, and this deck is just a very loving deck. It's just something that's like, hey, I'm going to shoot you straight about where you're at, but I'm going to tell you what's coming to you. I typically get a lot of cards from this deck when I do it though, so beware. Let's see what's going on for the collective. Dolphin and Dragonfly in reverse. Live life to the fullest. So here is the block, right? Are you really, ask yourself, am I really living my life to the fullest? Am I actually doing the things that I want to do? Am I really having fun as who I am today? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no. And then you make a plan on how to change it. You don't criticize yourself. You just say, oh, here's an opportunity for change. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. Allow the stress, this inner critic, to diminish. And bottom of the deck, enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. Beautiful. I love it. How fitting. How fitting. There's going to be a lot of new people waking up in the collective. There's going to be a lot of people that are finally saying, okay, it's time for me to address that trauma that I haven't really wanted to talk about. It's going to be coming up. It's going to be coming up. But, my dears, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and check out personal bookings and Patreon down below in the description box if you want a free 10-minute reading, or if you want to be part of a mentoring session, mentoring program, or to have Reiki or quantum healing done for yourself. Okay, go ahead, check it out. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.